पद्मासन लगाएं। हाथ ज्ञान मुद्रा, रीढ़ गर्दन बिल्कुल सीधी, आंखें कोमलता से बंद। 3 बार ओम ध्वनि, तत्पश्चात गायत्री मंत्र। ओ मुंह को गोल करके 2 के अनुपात में, म मुंह को बंद करके 1 के अनुपात में। पूरी ध्वनि शुरू से अंत तक श्रद्धायुक्त, लयबद्ध, एक समान और मधुर। भरेंगे लंबी सांस। भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। अपने इष्ट, अपने भगवान के चरणों में ध्यान लगाएं। आज के इस सुंदर प्रभात के लिए धन्यवाद दें और अपनी इस सुंदर और स्वस्थ शरीर जो कि ईश्वर की सबसे बड़ी देन है, उसके लिए शत बार नमन करते हुए ईश्वर के चरण में ध्यान। पद्मासन खोलें और कंफर्टेबल पोजीशन में बैठ जाएं आप लोग। सबसे पहले मैं डॉक्टर अजय भार्गव जी का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहती हूं, जो कि हमारा ये सेशन कंडक्ट करने के लिए राजी हुए। डॉक्टर साहब की मैं इंट्रोडक्शन दे दूं। डॉक्टर साहब MBBS and MD एनेस्थीसिया from Armed Force Medical College, postdoctoral pediatric anesthesia from PGI Chandigarh. He retired after 32 years of service in the Indian Army. He was a professor and head anesthesiology, Armed Forces Medical College, Pune at the time of retirement, and served for 13 years as director anesthesiology and critical care, Rajiv Gandhi Cancer Institute, before his second retirement. He has been practicing acupuncture for the last 40 years or so. He has started his own YouTube channel for self-help acupressure during this lockdown period. And he will be talking to us, he will be speaking to us on the introduction to acupuncture and acupressure. So welcome, Dr. Saab.
Namaskar and good morning to everyone. At the outset, I would like to thank Amarjit ji for having invited me to give a talk to the elite members of this yoga group on acupuncture and acupressure, with special emphasis on self-help acupressure. I am sure that there would be many queries and doubts, which I would try to clarify at the end of this session. I started my learning and practicing acupuncture when I was posted to Military Hospital Wellington in Tamil Nadu, way back in 79 as a captain. Since then, I am practicing acupuncture and acupressure as a hobby. During my various postings, I managed to help patients with asthma, backache and sciatica, psoriasis, frozen shoulder, menorrhagia, cervical spondylosis, knee arthritis, migraine, and most of all, cancer pain, which I did continued work at Rajiv Gandhi Cancer Institute. My experiences over these several years has been quite gratifying. And during this lockdown period, as Amarjit ji has said, that I thought of disseminating this knowledge on YouTube as self-help acupressure. The presentations which I've made, they would be useful to both medicos and laypersons. Initially, I was wondering why this talk to a healthy and fit audience practicing yoga. Am I not wasting precious time of theirs? Then on introspection, I realized that there be many who are handicapped, and after acupressure therapy, maybe they'll benefit from the yoga more. Moreover, in the literature, I see the science of acupuncture and yoga are now being studied extensively and will definitely widen your horizon of yoga. Acupressure is supposed to be a perfect complement to yoga, as it seeks to alleviate pain and tension, increases circulation, and enhances relaxation. Certain yoga postures or asanas definitely compress acupuncture points during their performance and must be definitely helping indirectly. Most of you are accomplished in yoga and would possibly be able to correlate acupressure and yoga during the course of this lecture. Are many of you aware that jewelry we wear has a significant role in our daily lives based on acupuncture remedies? Now, the practice of wearing jewelry in Indian culture was designed with a special purpose in mind. Piercing the ear for earrings helps in prevention of asthma and menstrual irregularity. Bichwa and the nose rings we wear at the time of marriage are for better fertility and for sinus problems. Again, the bindi and tika, which we apply, the ladies apply after marriage, keeps one composed. Then tight necklaces around the neck are maintained for good thyroid function. Rings in the ring finger for creation of romantic emotions. Wrist bangles and arm bracelets for keeping blood pressure under control. Waistbands for digestion. Anklets, piles for healthy genitourinary system and backache. So you see there are so many jewelries, and maybe I didn't have the photograph, but on the ear, there are so many punctured, you'll find jewelries available in many of the, not only in India, but in all over the world. Interestingly also, you will find sailors from ancient times have been putting a marble on their wrist, with a wristband. And that is there for the purpose of preventing seasickness. So that's a pressure point on the prevention of nausea, vomiting. I will come on to that later. So acupuncture was also not only confined to humans, but also animals. Now you see the practice of striking elephants on the ear with a rod to tame wild elephants is well known. And that point is very specific on the ear. So that shows there is definitely some point which is important. This practice is also still in Kerala. Now, is it not amazing that a needle pierced on the foot improves the function of a liver? It looks little ridiculous. And a needle stuck in the leg straightens up a stiff neck. And then a needle on the dorsum of the hand is like taking a tablet paracetamol for a headache or toothache. And needle putting on the skull, you can put a needle here during acupuncture. And it is just like Valium, that means the injection diazepam, puts you to sleep. And asthma also. Needle put in the suprasternal notch just above the breastbone. In this location, it acts like Derifylin. This I have seen, so that is why I'm telling you the importance of this subject. So now let's briefly discuss what acupuncture therapy is all about. Acupuncture is literally piercing the body with needles at specific points to cure illnesses. Now, the human body is crossed by energetic currents flowing in specific paths, in channels vertically up and down. These meridians are linked to various organs of the body and are named after them. There are 12 important organs have been defined, and therefore 12 meridians exist in the body. The flow of current follows a fixed sequence on these meridians, and it is based on the charge of the meridians, positive and negative. So you can put like a series of batteries, one battery is one channel, a series of batteries in a circle, and then the current will flow. There are two other channels, one in the midline in front and one in the back. These two channels are supposed to be controlling the other rest of the 12 channels. So now what is acupressure? The principles of acupuncture therapy apply to acupressure. Application of pressure on these acupuncture points serves like a needle in acupuncture. So essentially, it is basically acupuncture without needles. That is, acupressure is acupuncture minus needles. Acupuncture points on the face, hands, and feet are easily accessible by oneself. We can easily put our hands everywhere. So there are certain remedies which we can ourselves treat. So that is called self-help acupressure. We can call it self-help acupressure. And I will try to devote myself on this aspect. And acupressure, self-help acupressure would be a home treatment for common symptoms and ailments like fatigue, insomnia, headache, feverishness, nausea, dizziness, upset stomach, acidity, indigestion. These sort of terminologies, vague terminologies which come, they can all be addressed by acupressure. Now you are all conversant with warming up exercises during yoga or Suksham Kriya. So similarly, to rejuvenate, revitalize, or refresh ourselves, certain points on the face, fingers, and toes need stimulation. These are ideal when you get up in the morning and before getting out of bed. So there are times, when you feel excessively sleepy, drowsy, fatigued, and with low esteem. Then follow me on this facial stimulation plan, which I'll be telling you, and apply pressure for 7 seconds at each point. This can be completed in less than 2 minutes. And you can then start your day with a smile. So now let us all together do this shotgun therapy. And you just follow me. And I will just try to explain. Only thing, I'll have to remove my specs. So after getting up in the morning, warm your hands by rubbing them. I think all of you can rub your hands for 7 seconds. Then slide them over the face for 7 seconds. Now, we will address the first point, or the stimulation of the brain, by pinching the bridge of the nose like this for 7 seconds. And you can count like Amarjit ji. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So after stimulating the brain, we just further stimulate the brain through the eyes, eye points, because the eyes are connected to the brain. So you hold your eyelids with both, with your finger, pinch your eyelids, and then pull them up and down 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this will augment your brain stimulation. The next point is to stimulate your gallbladder. Now you must understand the margin, this eye orbital margin. This is the orbital margin. On the lateral side, if you press, you will be stimulating your gallbladder from here. Actually, there are 6 hollow organs and their points are terminating on the face. So if you stimulate these 6 points, 6, 7 points, these channels, you will be stimulating all these organs. So this is the gallbladder channel on the lateral aspect of the orbit. You can do it by a rotating motion or by simply pressure. Count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, the next point to be stimulated is the stomach channel, which originates at the orbit lower margin. Again, count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you stimulate the urinary bladder channel, which is on the inner margin of the orbit. And count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The next channel to be stimulated is the large intestine, which is located on the lateral side of the nose, nostrils, here, these 2 points. And here you can do it by a rotatory motion or by simply pressing, by a thrust. So here again we will count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The next point to be stimulated is the midpoint of the upper lip. Now this point is very interesting because this helps in arousal. I have used this point many times during anesthesia to arouse a patient after anesthesia by just simply pressing here. And then I found it in the textbooks of anesthesia. It is also mentioned to press here. Not now, it was mentioned about 15, 20 years back, or maybe 40 years back. People used to be doing this after ether anesthesia by pressing this point. Here again, we should press this point because in the early morning, we get aroused. So this point helps in arousal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The next point is located below the lip and the chin in the midline. This is the conception vessel point or the sex channel. This point also needs to be stimulated because of the sexual hormones to be liberated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, the next points, there are a number of points of stomach on the mandible or the jawbone with 4 fingertips press on both sides of the jaw, like this. Now, this point not only stimulates your stomach channel, but it also helps in prevention of any toothache which you are having. It supplements healing of tooth pain. So you can press here both sides. Now these points here, I have used by acupuncture for extraction of teeth without local anesthetic, and they have worked. The next important point to be mentioned is that in front of the tragus, in front of both sides, these two areas. This point is actually called a triple warmer point. This is meant for thermoregulation. And patients who have fever or hypothermia, if you do these procedure, slide your fingers up and down, your temperature will remain, trend to become constant. So children who are febrile, or if you are having fever, you can use this point by continuously doing this procedure. This is meant for thermoregulation. The next points are on the ear. And the ear is a very interesting appendage of the body. If you find it is just like in the womb. And the 365 points which are mentioned about acupuncture points on the body, all are represented on the ear. So if you happen to stimulate the ear, you can possibly be stimulating all the points simultaneously. So there are simple procedures for that also. First is pulling the ear down for 7 seconds. 1, 2, with the ear lobule, just pull it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then pull it upwards, your pinna, you hold the pinna and pull it upwards and count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then bend your pinna forward on each other. And then do tapping with the finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you see that I have stimulated the ear points. And if you remember, our teachers, our parents, whenever you did something wrong, they used to catch hold of your ear. I don't know how they were managing, I think by pulling the ear or something, they were keeping you under control. Then there are two additional points. One is in the hollow on the base of the skull. If you go behind, as the skull empties, in the center is a hollow. That point, if you press with both the thumbs inside, that is supposed to be stimulating the brain stem. So the brain stem, if it is stimulated, it keeps under control your cardiovascular and the heart regulation and the lung regulation, breathing. Heart and lung synchrony is maintained by this. And the last point, which on the facial region, is if you see the mastoid bone at the back where the neck muscles are getting attached to the skull. You can feel the neck muscles attaching to the skull, both your hands. You press both of these two, and you will find that your neck muscles will relax. So this is, you will find a good relaxation of the portion above the neck. So now we have completed almost 17 points, including rubbing the hands. I'll try to recap again. Rubbing, then face, then bridge of the nose, then lateral part of the orbit, middle part of the orbit, lower down, medial side of the orbit, Before that, I forgot the eyelids, then the sides of nose, then upper lip, lower lip, jaws, in front of the tragus, the ears pulling up, bending, hollow of the base of the skull, and the strap muscles, the neck muscles. So you would have completed this procedure in less than 2 minutes. So when getting up in the morning, you do this 2 minutes, and then you find you'll get up with a smile. And maybe before yoga, when you come, you will still be refreshed. So now we will move on to the next portion, is the hands and fingers. There are simple procedures for this. Each finger at the base of the nail, if you compress like this, you compress all the fingers. From little finger you start, then the ring finger, middle finger with the other two fingers. You will be stimulating all the channels which are connecting at the level of the fingers. You see the three channels, positive channels come to the fingers, and the three negative channels from the fingers, they leave up on the arm and go to the head. So the point of communication of these two channels, they take place at the fingertips. So just by pressing these fingernails here, you are tending to stimulate them. The next portion of stimulation implies, if you bend your finger like this, can you see? Yes. Now you press it and leave it in like a spring, like this. Do like this. All these fingers like this. Like this way. This is just like compressing, if you have a water pipe and you pinch it and then suddenly release it, you will find the flow of water suddenly increases. It is like pinching a hose and releasing it. Same thing we are trying to do with the fingers here. You are allowing the little bit pressure to build up and then releasing it, so the flow in the channels takes place faster. The same thing can further be exaggerated by pressing the finger like this. Each finger you press like this and press it. Keep all the joints of the finger straight and press at the metacarpophalangeal joint like this way. You'll find sometimes cracking takes place. That's a good sign. Yeah, I got a crack just now. This. So this sort of activity helps in stimulating the flow of energy in the upper limb. Now I will try to tell you certain specific points on the palm and hands, because they are of utility not from the therapeutic value, but they have diagnostic value also, which I will try to explain. These on each acupuncture point, on mild pressure, suppose this is an acupuncture point, on mild pressure, if I have pain, that means the channel is underactive. If on deep pressure, if I have pain, that means the channel is overactive. And if I don't have any pain on that point, that means the channel is running normally. So it's got a diagnostic point also. It's like the heart point is here, which it is located between the fourth and fifth finger. If you come down, the metacarpal bone here and metacarpal bone here, where they join, it is generally where the upper crease is there of the upper transverse crease in the center of that, below the fourth and fifth fingers, somewhere here. Now, if this point, if I mildly press it and there's pain, that indicates that the channel is underactive. That means your heart is not working to its full capacity. If I press it and I get the pain, that means the heart is overactive and it is getting stressed. And if there's no pain, that means my heart is healthy. So to keep a healthy heart, anyway, you should be pressing this point for 7 seconds, and you can press it anytime. You can keep on pressing this 5-6 times in a day, whenever you are free or just not doing anything. It will be helping to stimulate your heart. Remember, there are many times if a patient experiences some, chest discomfort or angina type pain, if you press here, you may be able to relieve the pain of the patient. So this is the heart point, and it is very effective. This point, again, I will recap. On the upper transverse crease, you go from the web down, vertically down, and it will be on that point. Yes. So you can use either hand for stimulation of the, stimulating the heart point. Or as a matter of fact, any points are bilaterally represented, so you can stimulate any point on either leg. Suppose you have an amputated patient, leg is amputated, and he has problem somewhere on the right side. You can use the left leg to treat his problem. The next important point here is, which I told you about the sailors. And this, if you notice, the transverse crease is here, and 3 finger breadths above that, at this point, is the point which is used for nausea and vomiting. This point is very effective for patients who have any digestive complaints. It is useful for morning sickness during pregnancy. It is useful for seasickness or travel sickness. It is used for post-operative nausea, vomiting after operations. We have used this point very frequently. So this is a very interesting point, and one should be able to do it. Even slightest nausea you have, even it is used in migraine, because people have vertigo and then dizziness and tendency to vomit. So this point is used in migraine also. The next important point on the palm is pertaining to the respiratory system or the lung. From the thumb, the metacarpal bone of the thumb, this one, the vertical bone on its medial side, on this side, you will find, if you press, you will be able to stimulate the lung. So any patient having respiratory problems, breathlessness, or cough, or even coryza, or anything pertaining to the upper respiratory tract, if cough, you can use this for treating those ailments. I can show it on this side also. It is here on this palm, and on this it is here. So these 2 points are very important. Now I will try to do a further sharing of the presentation, which will be on slides, because that is pertaining to the feet and legs. So it will be easier to show in that. So now this is a part of the upper hand also. This point is very essential for any management of pain in any part of the body. It is the universal analgesic point. on the part of the screen, you will see a needle is being is inserted at the acupuncture point here in the web between the thumb and the first finger. This point is being stimulated here by acupressure, the same point. I would definitely say if I have headache, I will take the needle. But many of you may not accept the needle. But for self-help, it's better to do this procedure by pressing the point with your thumb. Now, if you see, this is the point, and you can press it with your thumb, rotate it with your thumb in a rotating manner. Now, there's a small story to this point. When I was in Gurgaon, at one time, I had been traveling, I was belong to Rewari. On the way, I found a person about, this is about 40 years or 50 years before, a person or yogi, Baba, he had a long queue in front of his shop, and people, everyone he was pressing this point for any ailment they were coming for. And I was just wondering, what is this person trying to do? Then someone is telling that he is treating everyone for pains and aches and all. But the point is same for everyone. I was just wondering what he's doing. This point and another point I will show. These 2 points he was using in all the patients, and people were getting relieved. So I was little taken aback. But then later on, when I just forgot about the episode. But when I started learning acupuncture and acupressure, then I realized that this gentleman was using this point to treat so many patients. And it's such a simple procedure which any of you can do it. Anyone can do it on himself or to your family. Now, in my family, no one is taking any analgesics and paracetamol and all that. This is equivalent to taking one Brufen, applying pressure here and stimulating for about 8 to 10 seconds, and then repeating it 3 to 4 times, you will find that you need not take paracetamol or Brufen. So this is actually, the name of this point is Hegu, and it is a very useful point, and it can be used for any analgesic effect, maybe a toothache, earache, um, sinus ache, or you have neck ache, shoulder pain, any pain, even the knee pain or hip pain, anywhere. But in those pains, we have to supplement with other points. But generally, this point will be effective for any pain. And the other pain I will be showing, other point I will for pain I will be showing you also. Now, this is when we talk of rejuvenation of the meridians, we talked of the face, we talked of the fingers, now we come to the toes. Now, Amarjit ji in a Suksham Kriya, she has all been telling, Panje kholo, modo, panje kholo, modo. She's actually implying on this. But, this is a very passive, it's very difficult to do an active movement without this movement. It's very difficult to move your toes up and down. So here, if you manually do it up and down, bend your toes up and down, it will be a good idea for stimulating your channels which are reaching the toes. So as I told you, again, your 3 channels are reaching the toes and then coming up, and they communicate at the level of the toes. So here also, you should be bending 7, 8 times up and down on both the toes. Then as in the fingers, we have just done at the nail beds, just above the nail beds. Here also, the channels are there. And the important channel is 2 channels, spleen and liver. Both get stimulated if we stimulate the points just above the nail bed, as shown in the figure here. Then again, digging your fingers on the heel, if you see. Dig 4 fingers deeply on the heel and you will find that you will get relieved of knee stiffness and backache. This point is also present in the middle of the sole. In fact, it is the anterior 1/3 and posterior 2/3 of the sole. It is at that level. This point is very important for minimizing kidney dysfunction. So many people who have kidney disorders, if you press these areas, you will find the blood urea level and creatinine level may be improving. This is the point which I told the Babaji was using also there. And this helps again in prevention of spasms in the calves. We always, many times when you get up in the morning, you find spasm in the calf, or even after swimming, you find spasms in the calf. You pinch your tendoachilles tendon here at the back of the heel, and you will find relief. It is also useful for backache. This is an important point which I'm showing in the web between the toe and the first finger. Now this toe, and stimulation of this point, people have been done a lot of researches on this point, which is liver 2. And putting a needle here or pressing here will decrease the serum bilirubin level in jaundice patients. This has been proved. So it is a good point for people having liver disorders. This is another point between the first and second toes in the web of the first and second toes. And this point is very effective also for pain disorders, especially below umbilicus. All the pains in the lower half of the body, it helps in that. It also helps for migraine, mind you. It will also help for trigeminal neuralgia in all these sorts of procedures. But it is a good point for that. It is a stomach point and it helps for stomach disorders also. This point is important for all universal, or you can call it a universal point for stomach or digestive disorders. This point is located 4 breaths below the knee joint and 1 finger breadth lateral to the tibial crest. You will find it here. And by rotatory motion or pressure here for 7 to 10 seconds always helps in these procedures. If someone has acidity, if someone has dyspepsia, if someone has tendency for vomiting or abdominal spasms, it is useful. In fact, any patient having any abdominal pain, this point can be used. This point is again interesting because it is used for all joints, bone, tendons, disorders. And it is located, in the leg on the lateral bone, which we find that the leg has 2 bones, the tibia and the fibula. You can feel the fibula head on the lateral side, and just a depression in front of that, if you press, you will be able to treat all disorders pertaining to bone, joints, and muscles. On the medial side of the leg, below the ankle, 4 fingers above the ankle, you will find this point, spleen 6, which is behind the shin bone. And this point has 4 important communications with the kidney, liver, spleen, and this point is very useful for hemostasis. That means it is good for patients with hypertension. It helps to lower blood pressure. It is a vascular homeostasis point. Any pain originating from the kidney, liver, or spleen can be tackled by utilizing this point. Acidity is a very common problem, and pressure between the umbilicus and the breastbone in the midline. If you press this point, you will be relieved of acidity, you will have, and your digestive indigestion. This point in prone position yogas, this point is being stimulated. Now, just to remind you, someone had asked me about migraine. We can, with a simple points, here the points on the face, hands, and feet are being utilized for management of migraine headache. In fact, there are many disorders, like the shoulder pain, cervical spondylosis, hip pain, sciatica. The multiple points have to be used for them. But simple remedies, a single point is generally okay. So a Babaji point, you should not forget. That is a very interesting point. Now, before I conclude this session, I would like to tell you that these 12 channels work with 2 hours maximal activity for 2 hours in 24 hours. So that means they work in a sequence. The lung between 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., the large intestine from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. because we have to do the call of nature. Then from 7 to 9 a.m. we break our fast. And then accordingly the spleen, heart, small intestine, bladder, kidney, and the rest of the channels work in time. So if we start our time early, that means at 3 to 5 a.m. in the morning, get up early in the morning and correct time. And Amarjit ji stresses on that, to get up early in the morning, start your day early, then all the channels will work properly. That means everything will work in unison. Another thing is, if you have a problem, say, of pertaining to gallbladder, then the gallbladder channel, you should use it between 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. so that, get the maximum stimulation of the gallbladder. This is, by the way, I'm telling you, you can do it anytime. But this is this cycle, a body meridian clock, which we should follow, and we should do it in time so that we won't suffer any illness. Now, I think I'm at the end of my talk. I try to, minimize the number of slides and, making it too complex, the whole situation, because it's very difficult to memorize the channels and the numbers and acupuncture points, because each channel has got so many points and they are serially numbered. So if I say gallbladder 36 or GB 40 or liver 26, it's all Greek. So it's better just to show the points, and then subsequently, if anyone is interested, I can advise them or something, and they can go through literature if they want. That is all. Thank you very much for your patient hearing, everyone. Any questions I would like to take?
Acha. Now, first question is for diabetic and for BP patients. Which parts of the body we should use for acupressure?
See, there are number of points. This is one point only, For general metabolism and digestive points, I told you on the leg, stomach 36 is there, and then spleen 6 is there for the homeostatic point. And for your metabolic activities, the triple warmer is there. It has not only got a thermostatic effect, but it helps in rejuvenation and revitalization of these endocrine activity. There are other points also, which, I cannot just tell in this short period, but definitely I will try to make a presentation on diabetes and this thing. But, you cannot do it self-help. You require other points. Other people have to help you to do those points.
Okay. Another question is, hello. Another question is for sciatic nerve pain, which is there any point in the body?
Yes, they are very much. The backache points are there. if you go through my YouTube channel, Self-Help Acupressure, I can send the link to Amarjit ji. She can distribute the link to everyone. In that
Yeah.
link, it is mentioned about, in that link is mentioned about backache and sciatica. So that will help you if you go through that. It is self-help. You can do it yourself also.
Okay, I should get the link.
Yes,
I
I will send the
will
link
send.
to
I will
Amarjit.
send the link in all the groups.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your
If
suggestion.
you just go through that, it will possibly be helping you.
Thank you.
Sir, hello.
Sir, I have a question.
Sir, I
Yeah.
want,
Yeah, Ishani ji, please.
Yeah,
speak.
sir, I want to know, like, as you presented in the slides, just points to remember for acidity. In our
Yeah.
day-to-day life, we always, have this problem sometimes, and also related to migraine. Like, sometimes it's acidity which causes headache. So just
Yes.
simplify the, steps, like how can we do it?
This also is there. If you go through the YouTube, it's a 5-6 minutes YouTube. You go through
Okay.
that you will find for digestive disorder, the abdominal symptoms. It is under abdominal, how to tackle abdominal symptoms.
Yes, sir. Sir, if you can tell right now, I can look at your YouTube channel.
No, it's
I
easier
mean, just
because
name, by your name, right?
I will
Thank
send
you,
the links. Dr.
you,
Saab
sir.
will say you can follow him on YouTube, and then you will find your pertaining to your disease. You can look up to it.
Okay, thanks so much.
okay, that's
मैम
right.
कई पार्टिसिपेंट्स
good.
ने ज्वाइन नहीं कर पाए हैं लिमिट के कारण, तो आप रिकॉर्डिंग भेज देंगे?
Surely, मैं ये recording आज कर रही हूँ. ये भेज दी जाएगी सबको.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम, थैंक
Thank
यू.
you so much.
Hello. I had a question. Sorry.
Yes, Dr. Sukanya, you can speak now.
Sorry. Thank you for the presentation. Excellent talk. I just wanted to know when we do the acupressure for ourselves, do I have to do it bilaterally, like the thumb web
Not
one?
necessary. Not
It's not
necessary. Yes. But there are certain procedures, if you have shoulder pain on the right side, you should stimulate the leg point on the left side. That is all.
Sorry,
There are certain these discrepancies are there, but you can use on either side. It's immaterial.
पूछना
Okay.
सीखा पैर अंदर सुन बस है हालांकि
Can I ask one more question?
As I told you earlier, there was, say, someone has an amputation, of the arm, and he wants to stimulate his prevention of vomiting. He can use the other arm. It's not
Sir, I
necessary.
want,
Thank you.
मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है सर.
Yes.
हाँ जी, बोलिए
मेरा-
लीला जी.
हाँ, मेरे ना पाँव की जो टोज है ना, ये ना सुन हो पूरी तरह नहीं, लेकिन हाफ ऐसे पूरी तरह से वो सुन रहते हैं ये दोनों पैरों के.
हाँ, तो
इसके लिए कुछ any point?
Yes, there are points which actually, if I think it's a little difficult to explain now, because I have to show you physically how to do it. But definitely, if you do the simulation plan of your toes, this is also there in the one of the slides there in the presentations. How to
Okay.
manage your magic buttons on the feet. You use that.
तुम्ही कह दो ना. Hello, doctor.
Dr. Ajay, I also have a question.
I have a question.
सर इसके
Yes,
लिए कोई
what-
पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट नहीं है कि जिसको हम प्रेस करके ये ठीक हो सके, मतलब?
नहीं, you should be pressing number of points on your feet and toes and on the dorsum of your leg. ये points आप उसमें देखिएगा, in the YouTube channel में है,
ओके
for
सर,
how to manage the magic buttons on your feet.
ओके ओके.
Good morning, doctor.
Dr.
I am
Ajay,
Anita
I
Garga
also
this
have
side.
a question.
एक मिनट, one by one, please. Dr. Anshu,
good-
बोलिए.
Yeah, Dr. Ajay,
Yeah.
it was very well presented. Thank you very much and very informative. Actually, I just need to know, suppose I've not got the exact point and I press some wrong point. Can
You
something
don't-
go wrong also in the body by
No,
pressing
nothing
the
can
wrong
go wrong
point?
in acupuncture. If you are putting a needle, acupuncture if you are doing, then things
Yeah.
can go wrong.
Okay, but not in the self-help sessions. Nothing
Good
will go
morning.
wrong if I press the wrong point.
No, in acupuncture, but in acupressure, nothing will go wrong. Nothing can go
Okay.
wrong.
Okay,
Uh,
thank you very much.
Good morning. I am Anita Kalra this side.
Yes.
I am having trigeminal neurologia problem for the last 7-8 years. Is there any
Yes.
remedy in this?
Yes, trigeminal neuralgia remedies have been described. In fact, I have done for, I think, 2 patients when I was in Pune. But in fact, neurosurgeon referred me for this patient, and one of them definitely improved with trigeminal neuralgia. Other one, they had to do injection for that patient. So this is definitely, it's got a psychosomatic element in this trigeminal neuralgia also. So definitely it will help. If you are in touch with me, I will try to tell you separately.
I definitely will touch in you. Actually, मुझे
Okay.
injection लगवाने पड़ते हैं. Actually ना मैं after 5-6 months I have to get my nerve block.
I know that is what I was telling you. They require nerve block. So you can avoid that.
अच्छा तो मैं
You can
कैसे
get
आप
in touch with-
कैसे कांटेक्ट कर सकती हूँ आपसे कहना है?
Yes, Amarjit, he will tell you how to contact me. I will be definitely helping.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Romita, you can speak now. Romita,
I just wanted to know one thing. Is there any magical point for glued ears, Doctor?
Well, glued ears, I really wouldn't. If there's pain in the ear, yes. But then you have to do the remedy for that. You can't just leave it. You have to get your ears cleared.
Yeah. Got the grommet done, but still, like, it's getting difficult to get the drum out of the.
There are points for the pain, all right, that you can try.
Dr.
See,
Saab,
there's another
Dr.
thing.
Manisha here. I
Yes,
need
Manisha.
to ask you 2 questions.
Yes, Manisha.
One is on CPR. Any equivalent of CPR in acupressure? Which
Yes,
generally people can
I
learn.
will send you a video on that, Someone has been doing that on acupressure video of CPR. But I was not very myself convinced on that somehow. But I will share that video with you. And I think you can go through that also.
Something easier for the entire public
The
to
only
learn.
other thing was to
save
press
lives.
these 2 points, the heart point and the small intestine point at the which is at the little finger. These 2 points and the heart point. These 2 points are there, which are good for CPR, can be used in CPR also, during CPR.
Okay. Also, any remedy for vertigo?
For vertigo, yes. For vertigo, you have to use, there are 2-3 points. One is this, which I told you already, pericardial 6. This one, the one, then GB20. Actually, the gallbladder channel is connected with vertigo.
Oh, vagus nerve or something.
No, gallbladder. Yes. And as I told you, if you do this facial rejuvenation, maybe your vertigo will also disappear.
Right.
Because it is stimulating all those channels which are there.
and Dr. Saab, in yoga, we do a clapping every day. And does that help? Because they are pressing all we say like this, that they press all your acupressure points.
Yes, absolutely. I wanted to convey that. In fact, in the talk, I wanted to say that clapping is also part of the good thing for stimulation of acupressure points.
Question. Yeah, so my mom is suffering from asthma, and from few days, like she's experiencing a permanent nose block in one nose, and we got tests and as well, but nothing like came.
For asthma, there are points, and there are 4 or 5 points for asthma.
Okay, and like what is particularly for a nose blockage?
No, as I told you, one point is here already, which I told
Yeah.
you. This point is for nose blockage also.
Okay.
Anything pertaining to the upper respiratory tract.
And
And then there's another point which I am not sure, it is at the elbow here. That is for it's an anti-allergic point. It is used for asthma. Then the other point is here in the suprasternal notch. This is used for asthma. And another point here is, if I'll just show you this thing I can show you. You cross your hands like this, and the tip of the finger, where the index finger reaches, that point is lung 7. So this point is also very important for asthma. This, if you can do it like this way, the tip of this. And apart from that, there's a point on the ear, on the pinna for asthma. This is the point. If you actually, roughly, I would say, upper 1/3 and lower 2/3, and here, if you press, this point is also for asthma.
Thank you so much.
Anybody
Well,
else? Anybody else has a question?
Yeah. Lower back pain.
Yes, that also you can, it has been, you can go through the YouTube.
Hello.
Yes.
Dr. Sir, this is Kanchan Sarkar. Just wanted to know, is there a quick remedy when you are feeling very lethargic?
Yes, I told you this whole story. This
Yeah,
one
tip of the
point,
nose down.
Yes, it will make you awake, this point.
Okay, thank you.
सर एक
Dr. Sir,
मेरे को स्लिप डिस्क की प्रॉब्लम स्लाइट बल्ज ऑन लेफ्ट साइड
Yes, I understand that. You
और
have to
उसके
have
लिए
a
मुझे
orthopedic
बोन मैक्स
consult.
के इंजेक्शन उन्होंने बोले थे तो मैंने वो इंजेक्शन 6 months आई टुक दोस इंजेक्शन बोन मैक्स
नहीं, ये देखिए बैक एक एंड sciatica में ऐसा है, if there is a neurological problem, that means weakness, loss of sensation, or anywhere this sort of symptoms coming along with the pain, you require surgery.
Oh.
Any neurological element coming in, that means weakness, bladder dysfunction, or loss of sensation. These are the points where you will have to undergo surgery, I think. You require an orthopedic consult.
I'm Rita
Dr. Sir,
Dhingra.
Amarjit, can I ask?
These injections, bone max injections. For 6 months, I
You
took
can
these
take those injections. You can take those injections. There's no harm.
Vandana ji, Vandana ji, speak.
Dr. Sir, I have an autistic son who's suffering
Yes.
from epilepsy also.
Okay.
So, like he's on a high dose of epilepsy medicines. Now, they will cause liver problems later and all.
Yes.
So I want to reduce on that medicine. How can I help him?
Yes, actually, there are, autism in acupuncture, definitely they say it helps. But I don't know the age of your son, first of all.
23 right now.
Okay. Then possibly he can, I would prefer that he goes in for acupuncture somewhere. But definitely I can tell you the points for that, autism and this problem. And it would be worthwhile using pressure points also. But acupuncture would definitely be more effective.
I don't know whether he'll be able to take acupuncture or not, because being needled for him, he might become,
No, I would say, he won't know about it.
Okay.
He will, the needles are quite painless on insertion. You don't have to tell him that you are putting needles. You just say, you can hide the needles from him. You can show a blunt tube, the tube, and put the needle. It's like that,
Rita
Because by
ji,
seeing the needle, one gets afraid. You need not show him that you're putting needles. You're just saying, like छोटा सा चीटी जैसे दबाएंगे बस or something like that.
Good morning, Dr. Saab. I am Rita Dhingra. It is a wonderful presentation, although it is difficult to memorize everything. My question is, these are the preventive measures, or we should practice it daily, or if I have a problem, that time I should do it?
You should try to practice daily. Because their total time taken is less than 5 minutes, if you see. The face I showed you, then the hands I showed you, total time taken would, because I told you 7 seconds, 10 seconds, 7 to 10 seconds on each point. So within 10 minutes, if you do every day all these points, which I showed you, you will feel good.
Thank you.
Dr. Saab, any point for tennis elbow, for any remedy?
Yes, there is point for tennis elbow. There is a point for tennis elbow also, but that you can do yourself. I have not described it here, but it is little up, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
That specifically, I will be putting up these YouTubes on these small things which are of self-help, you know. This thing you can do yourself.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning,
sir.
doctor.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a question. Am I
Boliye,
audible?
Minu ji.
Yeah. Good morning, doctor. It was like very informative. Thank you so much. So I have a question. See, nowadays a normal problem, like I am a dental surgeon by profession. So
Yes.
I see a lot of patients facing bruxism, like night grinding. So the effect comes on teeth. Okay, I mean, we can do the dental part, but if somebody is grinding, so that is controlled by brain. So, I
Yes.
mean, I've seen patients taking Botox injections and taking medicines and everything. Things are difficult for them. So, is there any remedy like
Well, I have
acupressure?
not come across this sort of problem anytime, but I
Okay.
would suggest that maybe the facial points which I'm telling you, you do them. That's all.
Okay.
And
Right, sir.
I've had a good experience with a dental surgeon, which I told you, na, that I was using these points, acupuncture points, under acupuncture, trying to remove the teeth. And I
Right.
was very successful in getting the impacted teeth of the molars removed or the lower jaw. But somehow the upper jaw molars, I could not achieve the effect.
Right.
So this was when I was in the field area, you know, that is in Tangdar, and that is very remote area, and people don't have the facilities, the civilians or anyone. So you have plenty of time, but it used to take a lot of time, almost about a 1 hour before the patient used to be ready for tooth extraction. It's not just like a local and you remove it fast. So, but it worked, but this acupuncture was working. That what I must know.
Right, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes, welcome.
Anybody has a question? Dr. Manisha?
There is Kumar lady, she has raised her hand.
Okay. Please ask your question.
आप अनम्यूट करें अपने आप को, आप हाथ जो खड़ा कर रही हैं.
हाँ जी, मैं tinnitus, ringing in the ears.
Ringing in the ears, yes.
इसके लिए
This
कुछ
also, what I told you today, all these points, you should be doing the hand and the facial points. And the ear points, in fact, on the ear also there are points, specific points for this purpose, which I cannot show it to you here, but I mean, I cannot define it here because there are so many points, you know, on the ear. And specifically, one can go on the ear point and do it. You can do pressure there.
all over here.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello. Yes, Doctor, I want to get rid of
Thank
this
you very much,
cavity.
doctor. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hello, are you getting me?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, please speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, doctor, I want to get rid of this diabetes. I'm suffering from this diabetes from last 15 years. Can you tell me what to do?
Well, this is, a very difficult proposition for me because it is not going to work like magic, this acupressure. See, you have to do your other activities, which are very important. If you go on the last cycle, which I showed you, timely getting up and going around, I think that would be helping you to metabolize your system better.
And what about this Mandukasana? Mandukasana, they do the Mandukasana.
No, I couldn't hear you.
He's saying Mandukasana, which we do in yoga.
Acha, Mandukasana, yes. Well, I think even I do the same thing because I am pre-diabetic myself. So hopefully it must be helping, definitely.
Mandukasana, it is said in yoga that pancreas is activated and it regulates the secretions. So diabetes and Mandukasana and Vakrasana mainly help during diabetes. So that is what was his question कि वो verify करना चाह रहे हैं कि वो right होता है कि नहीं.
नहीं, I cannot tell whether it is right, but definitely since you are going to press the abdomen, I told you, there's a point between the umbilicus and this thing. For all digestive disorders and organs in that area, it will help. So pancreas will be pressed at that point.
Can I ask one more question, sir?
Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, I would like to ask whether this acupressure can reduce the heart blockage.
It's not that, you cannot quantify whether heart is being blocked or not. How much is the blockage? It is just to, as I told you, press this point. Maybe you will be, if you're having pain on this superficial pain, that means your heart is underactive. If there is pain on deep pressure, that means it has been overstressed.
Hello, I'm having vertigo problem from last 4 years. So sometimes when I get up early in the morning, I get giddiness. So will it be okay if I just press my wrist right on that time particularly?
Yes, you should do these simple exercises of the facial rejuvenation, which I told you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Preeti, you wanted to ask something? Preeti Sharma.
Good morning, sir. Sir, I just want to know, is there any point to press for stress relief?
Stress, as I told you, all these points on the face, which are all stress relieving. In fact, the finger points and the toe points and the facial points are all for relieving stress.
Thank you, sir.
And they are for rejuvenation. When you are rejuvenated, your stress is disappearing.
Chaliye. These questions are not going to end, Dr. So I will forward all your links on YouTube to the groups so that they can avail their according to their disease which they are facing. But Dr. Manisha, can you please unmute yourself? Yeah.
Amarjit ma'am, one thing. Dr. Saab, is there any booklet also for this acupressure?
I don't know. They are in the market. You will find a lot of books and all that. But this YouTube thing is very simple, I think. You can go through that.
Okay.
Because they will teach you so many points and meridians and numbering and all that, which you will get fed up reading.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
Dr. Manisha.
ये बहुत बहुत बढ़िया क्लास थी, मैं क्या कहूँ सर। धन्यवाद करने से पहले मैं आपका रैंक जान सकती हूँ आर्मी का?
Well, I'm colonel. I retired in 2005 December.
धन्यवाद बहुत। मैं सारे योग परिवार, CR पार्क, कालका जी और जी, मैं आपका धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगी। डॉक्टर कर्नल अजय भार्गवा जी, बहुत ही अच्छी सर्विस की है, ना केवल देश के लिए, उसके बाद सिविल सर्विसेज में डॉक्टरी भी की है और उसी का अब आप सबके लिए वो इतना बढ़िया एक्यूप्रेशर, एक्यूपंक्चर का बातचीत कर पाए और हम सब इनके बहुत बहुत आभारी हैं। हमारे अंदर इतने प्रश्न हैं कि वो खत्म ही नहीं हो पा रहे, तो हम आपकी सहयोग चाहेंगे आगे भी, हमारे कई सवालों के जवाब के, और जहां कंसल्टेशन की जरूरत पड़ेगी आप जरूर हमारी
I'm freely available. I'm freely available for any consultation from anyone.
और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सब ग्रुप्स की तरफ से। यहाँ पे 100 के ऊपर हम एडमिट नहीं कर पा रहे थे, लोग वेट कर रहे थे बाहर आने के लिए, तो अब हमें समझ आ गया कि कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है ये आपका बातचीत। और सभी ने बहुत बहुत एप्रिसिएशन से और कंसंट्रेशन से आपकी बातें सुनी और हम चाहेंगे कि आप योग परिवार से हमेशा जुड़े रहें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
जुड़े रहेंगे। And I'm very glad you all enjoyed and you learned something, and I was of some help to all of you.
क्लास खत्म करने से पहले
Thank you, Dr. Saab.
सब लोग पद्मासन में आए, प्रार्थना कर लें। हाथ ज्ञान मुद्रा, रीढ़ गर्दन बिल्कुल सीधी, आंखें कोमलता से बंद, एक और एक के अनुपात में करेंगे लंबी ओम ध्वनि। तत्पश्चात प्रार्थना, भरेंगे लंबी सांस। ओम असतो मा सद्गमय, ओम तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, ओम मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय, सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम्, उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात्, मृत्योर्मुक्षीमामृतात्। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्व मम देव देव। ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. अपने इष्ट अपने भगवान के चरणों में ध्यान लगाएं। पूरे विश्व के लिए सुख, शांति, खुशियां और देह आरोग्यता की कामना करें। आई हुई विपत्ति जल्द से जल्द दूर हो, सब तरफ खुशियां ही खुशियां व्याप्त हो, ऐसी कामना करते हुए धन्यवाद। हैव अ गुड डे, स्टे एट होम, स्टे सेफ।